What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. I wanted to go ahead and revisit this Wonder Woman story because it's interesting how events have actually taken this so-called rumored turn. Now, this is a rumor, and I think we must treat it as that because it seems like there's conflicting official conversations as to the nature of the Wonder Woman game. And I'm going to show you an official source that actually mentioned something about the state of the game a while back, but many people missed it. And those of you in the superhero community, we know this, but it's just because it's been buried in years and years of conversations, it just seemed like it is hidden in some little dark corner. So GameRanks actually chimed in on this particular conversation about the rumor that Monolith's Wonder Woman game is in trouble. Sorry about the really bright environments. Let's go ahead and tone it down a little bit. So Ryan Pereno writes, if there's nothing to this rumor, Monolith needs to speak up. There seems to be bad sentiment behind the scenes for Monolith's production upcoming Wonder Woman game. Or Monolith Productions upcoming game. Sorry, I read that wrong. As reported by The Gamer, Kind of Funny CEO Greg Miller claims that he received word that the game was, in quote, in trouble. Here was his full statement. Now, let's read the rumored statement. And I'm going to walk you guys through what I think is an official statement that was actually dropped a while back. So Greg Miller says, in the past year, because I'll leave it ambiguous, I've talked to an insider who was like, this game's troubled. That's it. That's all I'll say. So I don't hold out hope that it's in a place to show something. It certainly sounds like Greg knows more about what's going on and has deliberately chosen to limit what he is sharing. At the very least, we should not expect to see a preview of the game this month. The game was announced in 2021, David Zaslav, all that stuff, Suicide Squad, blah, blah, blah. The Wonder Woman was not going to be a live service game and yada, yada, yada. Then here we go with the official source. This is the one that I'm sure that you guys are probably wondering like, hey, when are you going to show us? In January of 2022, when Jason Kilar was still the head of, or the former Warner Media CEO, this was the person that was in charge of CNN, that was in charge of Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment and some other arms. He put this update and actually talked about the Wonder Woman game here on Twitter. Yeah, it's interesting, right? That was like 2 years ago. And he said, update/review today with the team building the Wonder Woman game here in Seattle. I think fans are going to love this game. So many good decisions being made. Now, in 2 years, the strides that would have been made then and now are going to be different, obviously. But it seems like, in my opinion, that this person that was talking about the game seemed to have been pleased with where the Wonder Woman game was at the time. Compared to now where we're hearing this rumor, I wonder what has changed. I wonder what is difficult. I wonder what is challenging. And if you even look at the caliber of the development team that supposedly is working on this, even though the makeup of a lot of the developers must have changed in one form or the other, it appears that a studio which took about 3 years to make one of its flagship games, an open world game, by the way, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, right now is struggling to make a Wonder Woman game. Is it the flight mechanics? I thought that was accomplished in Middle-earth: Shadow of War. What could it be? Is it the world building? They've built 2 games with very intense open worlds, and they've built over a dozen more games, by the way. Monolith is not a baby when it comes to video games. They got a huge library to go with their name. So what could the problem be now? Why are we hearing this rumor? And again, as the people at GameRank said, if Warner Brothers, or if Monolith Studios knows that there's nothing to this rumor, then they probably need to come out and start doing some marketing and talking about what's going on. There are different possibilities. It appears that it could be that they're probably trying to achieve something that they may not have the expertise yet to achieve. That's also another challenge that you have in video games. Many people may, they've asked and said, then why did they go ahead and show this game early? Why did they go ahead and actually reveal the game early? Usually, according to most developers, is to be able to, go ahead and get other developers excited for the project and hire them if they want to maybe leave the project they're working on. Maybe they're just not so passionate about it. And sometimes it happens, you get a job at a gaming studio to put, food on the table to pay the bills. It may not be a job that you're necessarily passionate about, but then you hear, oh, there's another game that you're going to be passionate about. And you go out there and you maybe get, throw your name in the hat and possibly you might get selected because it's a game that's going to take a number of years to make. So this is going to be interesting overall to see how this pans out. But I'm happy that we at least had an official statement from 2 years ago, and now we have a rumored, I don't know what it is, a rumored comment of some kind, which you got to take that with a grain of salt. It's a fleeting comment compared to what the official statement said, of which the official statement could also, have been at a time where things were quite early. But I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna go ahead and basically chalk this stuff up. It was basically a year. It was December 2020. The game was revealed in December 2021, so I'm sure they had already greenlit the game at that point, right? But anyways, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. All this is really interesting overall. I appreciate you guys' time and audience, and let me know what it is that you think. I really am curious to read you guys' comments. Thanks so much for watching again. Peace out.